OG are moving in through alt mid. This is something Heroic have got now, and they're going to start to adjust on the back of it. You see Config back in spawn, looking to move on over, but Cadian, he's done enough for the time being. Smoke over at Moto as well, going to give you this option across into CT, but that's exactly what Config's ready for.
Nice shot from NeoFrag, one more to find, but it's the dualies of Yabi just waiting behind the pillar. Do they want to keep pressing the issue? Now he knows one is close as well. He spotted that. Here it comes. Here's the salvo, but everything misses until the headshots come out and Yabi's recovered.
Yeah, just barely. Thank God for the 30 bullets in the dual Berettas. He does get them out of the way. It's going to leave it all on degster. Even though he might have a bit of a path through B, it's this man at the back of the site. Tess says lying in wait. Cadian, the man to go over. That flash helps him get up on this perch, but he's immediately taken off a bit by Flames. Tess says trying to fight at range with the MP9. It's less than ideal, and so they are able to trade this out, keeping it in the 3v3, but yet to get that bomb down. Pressure's still on OG for the time being.
Yeah, and there's still utility to use as well. Fiku, close up, can only get the one. Config with the trade, and now Shush again. Another final SMG for the 1v2.
Half the time ticked off that bomb already, up and over, and not even accounting for Nexa, waiting at the back of Dark. OG hoping that this bare minimum slows it down, but Config was hoping to find some guys running across to the pool, full blinded. Instead, gonna get this push just a little bit later. Tess says good for the first, dropping down now. And Config lying in wait. They don't know about him. The gatekeeper at the back of B. And oh my God, Tess says is the one with the keys. He comes through, does all he can. It's a very, very tight spray battle through the smoke. Shush will just about get out of it alive. And there's the trade back.
This ain't done. Look at the HP.
This is a rough one. 1v3. Cadian out of it. There's the 1 HP player dealt with. Shush is low, so Jabi might be feeling the pressure here as he comes up through Banana. Fiku will reposition. Dead silent as he does so. They've got no idea, and he's isolated every one of these fights perfectly. Fiku's on for it. Couple of bullets left, 2, and he makes them count. That's down in the top of Banana. Tess says it's open season. Like, this is the moment. This should just be free farming as they exit through the smoke and into the fire. They didn't have that info, and Heroic just retook it. So now they know these rotates are going to be a little later. This B play can be that much more explosive because there's only one more man inside of the site. Tess says up close, only good for one. And so now B falls into the hands of OG. They've overran the site, and Heroic are left rotating in, scrambling some nades to try and deny that plant. They will put a stop to it. That's pretty juicy. Cadian moving in. Oh, want to offer up the trade, and oh my God, Blinken, you've missed it. It's an 8-7 half Heroic. They are able to recover. Now you've seen a second, but that's still feeling par for the course. Nothing's screaming that this is a stack, but there's the bomb tumbling away. Oh, from Heroic, NeoFrag is finally able to get that last bullet in. And so now, really, it's a bit of a cooked round for Heroic. Not really much could happen past that point. And for Yabi coming in at the end, they are going to give him a couple of 1v1s here, but now they can just tuck. They've got a flank coming in up through Banana. It's all under control.
Okay. Utility to maintain some safety, clear out a couple of the important corners to allow NeoFrag to push up. Oh, counter flash is great. Counter flash is phenomenal, but the deagle from Config is just one level better.
2 out of the round. Now suddenly you need a hero. You need someone to try and step up and...
What the hell?
It's like this one, yeah.
The eye of the tornado?
He's found something there. Woo! All right, they'll double up. He's seen into the eye of the tornado, possessed by the storm, but it's Tess says raining on their parade, man. It's just Nexa left, 1 versus 3. Famous from CT, a hope and a dream, and Cadian is committed to a very long flank, so it's actually a 1v2 inside of the site. But we won't ever have to worry, because Tess says swings on out with his Tech 9 and finds 4 in the round.
No defense inside the A bomb site. It's just these 2 players, Nexa and Flames.
Oh, and that kill over towards B comes at a bit of a bad time. OG were like very committed to that B side of the map, and they were relying on this bait and switch hold, and it doesn't even need the switch part of it. The bait's done it all. No fight's been given over. They've got to, oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's brutal. It spreads at the last minute, and Cadian, he thought he was safe, but he was anything but. In at the back of the site, Config and Yabi go on a tear.
It's all a ruse.
Yeah, with Config dead, that's that love component gone. They're going to try and hit the go button on this top mid play. Into Flames, into this layup on short, man. This, what it's looking like, just the apps pop, right? Flash is going out, and only 2 players in the site to defend it. doesn't seem to think that's a problem though, and neither does degster, as the two of them put on a show. That apps pop gets absolutely bodied. Rent's way past due, and Cadian, no way back into this. Surely he's flanked up through the banana, and OG, they pick up their map to kickstart this series 1-0.
4 players stacked up and ready to push in, and that might be the kill they needed. Opening provided by Config.
Lob this util in, and it has displaced Fiku, sending him back into CT. He tries his hand at the angle. The Config's already there. A man down now, and Frag doing what he can to reclaim these numbers, but still, a lot of this is going to fall to degster on the wraparound, right? He committed to this big flank all the way through top middle. He's got to get something from it. It is being held, it is being considered, and Shush puts it to rest before degster even has too much of a chance to play the round. This one looking like it's going to shape up nicely for Heroic after all. It's being made. Yabi, that Molly's going to force a peek, force the fight, and NeoFrag tries to stay in the Molly and just fight to his death. But they never give him the fights, they never give him the peak he was waiting for. Here's that mid component. Tesses up through short, is churned up. Yabi's mid-air with the Mac-10 and taking heads off. They don't know about Flames in at the back of the site, but now they've seen him. They've got to deal with him, they've got to flush him out. The rest of the gang is a very long way away. Cadian's here fighting with the bomb alone, waiting for them to come up catwalk and bail him out, but his first teammate's dead. Oh, a missed shot from that AWP. Flames at the bench, sends Heroic packing. This B-bomb site is his.
And you've got a flank as well, Flames coming through the underpass, and he's going to find the support player.
Yeah, Cadian throwing the util, and when you see him lining up the util like that, you know it's the B play. They're all in on this, however, it's not made it any easier. They might have had everyone on the right side of the map. They had the flank coming in, they had the info, and yet still, Heroic have battled their way into this B-bomb site. Wounded on Shush, sure, but a plant here. Able to just play this kind of trade game between the two of them. That Molly does complicate matters. Shush is forced into the open. Yabi plays for the trade, and a 1v1 now to decide.
No kit.
Heroic have found it in the force by Yabi dancing around, just playing the time, and there's the footsteps to give up the aim of the game. Fiku's locked out of it. Oh my God. When you miss that first shot, you normally start worrying, but not degster. He goes back in, looking for a second go at it, a shot at redemption.
Uh-oh. How prepared are you, Yabi? Oh, you're perfect. You're just fine.
He's really prepared, as it turns out.
You're having a great day.
Oh, God! Oh, man, okay. All right, Shush, it's all good. He scared us too. Smoke fade. And a trade found at least, and now Yabi walking out.
Did he see that?
He looks so aware. He must have seen something. Must have just caught the barrel for a second, but it doesn't matter. Might have seemed aware. Might have had a thought eating away at the back of his head. But that AWP still comes out ahead, and now Nexa, he hears the footsteps over here at B. This guy has not been moving, not been budging off this B site for free. Damage done, he's low on health, just trying to buy time, but Config comes to you. Knocked out of the round now and down to the 1v1, but degster's put on a show. 2 in this round already. Gonna need the hat trick on either side of the coin. Config playing through the smoke up in the face of degster. Oh my God, yeah, that's it.
You crazy.
He really wanted to fight the lower player, but it's like, man, was it worth it for the eco frags? Now they're armed with this AWP. Now this force buy's got legs on it. Cadian in window. Such a pivotal position for him to try and lock down, and with Config backing him up, it's a terrifying duo to run into. You've got no way to rotate players over. Everyone that's tried has been shut out, and they know that Fiku's locked inside of the A site. That shot misses, sailing just past his head. But the bomb's already home free, away into that B bomb site. The plant's gonna come in, and Fiku, this is more like a combat save right now. Not gonna happen, he's hunted down and Heroic.
And this is the question. The game plan on Inferno for OG was great. Could they have it on their opponent's map pick? And the answer is no, my God. Testis is gonna get another. Nexa switched over thinking there was gonna be an easy kill and an opportunity for a second, and he gets shut down. Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Any more? No scope required.
No scope challenge.
There's a lot more where that came from, NeoFrag. He really wants to keep this AWP in play. He really wants to, but KDM won't let him. But in terms of like head-to-heads versus degster, feels like he's been better off there. This is a little bit awkward. That was the bomb spotted. Sjuush trying to fight for it. KDM does the same, but the MP9s churn through them.
Aggressive towards top of a ramp. Fiku peering down with the AWP. There's the footsteps from Config. Great find. Great find. Now there's a chance, an opportunity, and Config's opened it up.
Over the top of the stairs, NeoFrag's knocked him out. There's just enough time left for this plant, but TeSeS is run at, and NeoFrag gets the better of him. OG, they managed to salvage a 4-round half when all is said and done.
All down to timing. If he's caught out in the open, he's going to go down, taking a few pop shots. Not able to connect anything, but Config's lying in wait. He connects with 3! Oh, they walk right into his crosshair. Magnificence, and oh my lord, OG, that one hurts.
And now Heroic have just got to finish the job. They've just got to finish what Config started. Flames and Nexa with kills apiece. No way! They can't turn it around. Nexa just going to try and play the time, but Sjuush is low. It's tempting to fight this. Wants to try and find him on the cross out in the open, but every one of these jiggles is a chance to give up the fight. Nexa will take him down. So much of his attention in one place right now. Play this crossfire right between CT and the site cross. Well, they give him this fight. He's been so patient waiting for it. There is a man out ramp. They know about NeoFrag, but all of a sudden, these pistols start ringing out with kills from elsewhere. Flames, another clutch needed from this guy. He's got 15 seconds to try and do it. He needs a plant, or he needs 3 kills, and with each second that passes, it's so unlikely. Sjuush caps it off with a lovely shot out of spawn.
Oh, I was wondering. That timing was everything. I think that was NeoFrag saying, oh, someone's a connector. I want nothing to do with it. Awkward spray, missed, and he's actually blocked forward by a Molotov. Oh my lord, it's all come crumbling down. And here's Flames, who finally gets the kill onto Sjuush, and OG have turned it. Nobody goes down. Oh.
Fiku does not know what just hit him. You didn't really like what you saw over at A. You don't have any more resources on that side of the map, so you're all into this B play, but ready and raring to go are Heroic. A dig from Yabi, and just degster left. He's dropped into B, fighting tooth and nail for some control over the site, but everyone's throwing themselves at him. And that might be a decision they come to regret. The molly's gonna displace him all over again. He's so low on health. One bullet would do it. Oh, no. One bullet would have done it, but he's knocked Sjuush out. Config 1v1, waiting back at market, very, very slow on the approach. Right now, degster's convinced he's an apps flank, convinced that he's in the back line. We'll decide to plant this for short. A little less vulnerable, but out through market now. Config made it through the window. Instead, TeSeS caught crossing back into the connector.
5-on-4 and still positioned in middle to cover this. You can actually play this position if you're Sjuush. You see the Molotov, not that well covered. degster with 3. The AWP delivers immediately in his hands. It's the rifles they're unsure of.
They're about to pincer this. NeoFrag, sure, he's going to get traded after that one. But there's that backstab coming down the pipeline from Fiku. You know, the utility is basically already all gone, and so they need the results in these fights. They spring out into middle. Oh, this is a lovely aggro play, and they've got the bomb. They've uncovered that in top mid. They're going to leave one man on it. TeSeS trying to get away from NeoFrag. Oh, manage it, but his teammate was able to get into position in time to trade that out. This is dire for OG. They don't have that bomb control. They don't even know about Yabi, by the way, who's like in the apartments, shooting them in the back, and so it is just left to Fiku. 1 versus 4, out on an island, and now spotted back in CT. Heroic, this is one that should be as good as done, and there is the win. 1-1 in the series now. Heroic versus OG, and the scores will be settled on Anubis. And already, just an immediate fight outside of B. Okay, well, it will be Heroic kind of edging out over that one. Looking to move into this B site now, 4 versus 3. I don't know if that was the intention at the start of this pistol, but hell, when you get 2 kills like that, you kind of want to take the space. Instead, they're looking like they want to run this into Temple, and this now gives them options. They could look to move through mid, they could get real tricky with it, but instead, they will just go back and commit to that B plant. Down here in dark, that's what this room's called. Config is going to get spammed out after one.
It's going to be a learning experience, all these call-outs.
Yeah.
We're going to have a good time with it.
All right, A-main aggression coming through the pipeline for OG. Doubled up here, but Heroic are a little stronger lying in wait on the other side. 4 strong outside of the A site. Neo frag with a lineup. Hello, missed shot at the trade from the AWP. And now down to the USP. He might just have to make a bit of a retreat here. Getting himself out of the firing line. Getting a reload off. He's armed and ready to go.
Look how nervous he is, though, of Akon. He's so scared he's going to be wrapped upon because Tessis has infiltrated deep.
Oh, this is big. They're rooting through lower, through dark, into the B site, and Tessis has opened it up. I'm expecting to see him being annoying in middle a hell of a lot more. You can really influence these rotates. You get so much info from it. And there, it's that one little backstab moment that's teed Heroic up for this round.
Yeah, and Config's position at dark is the leverage. So hold the thought. Neo frag dinked. He's going to have to back away. He knows the challenge is coming. Does great damage. Gets the kill. Completes it with the fire. And Yabi now moving in, but Flames has given away his position, and that's an easy kill. Smoke towards Temple. Molotov towards dark to prevent the flank because Config is so far out of the action.
Wrapping through B long, will not have an angle to Yabi. He has been spotted by degster's AWP. Knocked him out of the round, and now it is left onto Config. While he can watch the cross, he does have to swing to stop a defuse, and he'll come early. Config with one. Now spots Nexa back at main. That molly forces him back. He's got one shot to catch him crossing, and he makes it look easy. Eco strats they have cooked up. The hero AWP makes it a little more interesting as well. Dexter's going to take it into middle, and that is a lovely way for him to find this opener. Not really anything Heroic could have hoped to do. He goes back in. Third time, maybe the charm as well.
Oh, no.
Clean tap from Flames, and this has gone disastrously for Heroic to open up. This is so hard. They know the net is closing. They know that with each second, more and more OG players are arriving, and now that they've lost the bomb down in lower, down in dark, it is a rough place for Config to find himself. Caught off by the second man in through B main. Well, Flames liked the A main aggression. He liked it last round. He's going to try it again here.
Heroic have had, like, I think one round of, like, mid-round creeping success slowly with Cadian leading the way early on in the half, but that was against NiKo. Oh, ooh, the SWAT drop into canals. Neofrag traded immediately. Yabi's cracked open B, but the bomb was dropped deep in canals. So it's going to take a little bit of time and give Flames an opportunity, but a good double peek.
Still hasn't heard anything to allude to this being the B play. There's a bit of util going out now. So that will start to have his decision shaping up. But with Tesses on the angle, it seals the deal on an 8-7 half for Heroic, leading the way on their T side of Anubis.
Yeah, let's see how Heroic is able to shift on the CT side. Look at this aggression towards middle. Oh, and it works out initially, but it all spins out of control after the fact. Config gonna come in for a late pick. 3 targets there. 3 people staring at his position. And Cadian making sure they can't just easily and freely drop into canals. But with this mid presence, if they can force Config off the angle with that gush, they have access to both bomb sites.
Yeah, it's so much control. Now they've spotted Cadian. Unable to deal with him though. And this gets a little bit weird now. Oh, Cadian, you cheeky devil. He gets in deep, and Degster had no idea. He spotted Fiku running away, and so Cadian knew that one was a freebie. Can he convert the next? Fiku down in dark, taps Config out of the round, but cannot stick the landing versus Cadian.
All right, Tesses wants to get aggressive in middle, smoked off. He's gonna do it anyways. Awkward fight comes out, and 2 kills given up, offered up to OG, and now Cadian's the next one. Finds an initial.
They're wrapping him fast, though. They're wrapping him far faster than he's ready for. Ooh. Still, he's going to finish the job. Now back onto the... Oh, Cadian! Tears him down.
The timing's perfect, though. Heroic once again got aggressive out towards Ruins, but now here comes the hit. Good flashbang, and there's no defense here to hold on. What a shot from Flames.
Abby's going to try and fill the void, try to regain some semblance of control, but he's burnt out by the Molotovs. Just a ring of fire raining down over the top of the heavens. That nade could have found the kill, but it lands a little shallow. And with each passing second, Heroic is starting to dawn on them. This one's out of their hands. It's overtime. OG managed to peel it back from this mid control. 3 players trying to get across. Yabi's caught turning from flashes. And yeah, here's this routing in towards the A side of the map. Cadian, that could have been the collateral, but now he's fighting backed into a corner. And the drop down kills him. That moment of inaccuracy seals the death certificate of Cadian. The backstab for Fiku deletes the remaining Heroic player. Oh, this is so smartly put together from OG. It's beautiful, man. Everything about it, all the kind of little minute details of this. A thing of beauty, and it's shaped up lovely for OG to get this B control. TeSeS trying to fight for it. Smoke also went under the map. That's 2 in a row now over towards this B site. Flame's gonna win his fight down in dark. Yabi taken out of the round. TeSeS and Shush very late to arrive inside of B. And TeSeS dies immediately. Shush finished off as well. It's OG winning out that first half of overtime. Just tucking in. The fountain now needs to follow, and there's that all bringing out with 1. NeoFrag spotted flanking. That might cause a bit of change of tune here. Flames tucking himself in. Oh, they do look at him, but he's going to win that head-to-head. Cadian going back into that AWP, and Degster, the hero of this A side of the map, will not let them in. Will not give it up. Yabi with 1, but he's tagged low in the process. Starting to walk his way. Yabi's got to be clean in this first fight. Can't afford for it to be lengthy. Can't afford for it to be long. He's going to win it on the first swing, and he will. Doesn't know where Nexa is. Might assume he's playing for a trade. Starting to make his way in now. Yabi clearing all these angles, but has very limited time. Hiding in connector is Nexa. Could just look to swing and end it. The fake. Yabi, he needs the kill, and Nexa swings to find it. We're running this one back in double overtime. Config. Oh, will they check for this? They're looking right at him, and Nexa will. Flushes him out from the close angle, and while that happened, Cadian also died trying to get involved over here at B. Degster putting on a show wherever this AWP ends up. As long as it's in his hands, you're feeling pretty safe. Degster even tried his hand at the 4th. Finally shut out of it, but he's done what he had to in this round. It's just 1 man against it all now.
Flames clear. Shush pushes in. Finds one in Temple around the edge of the smoke, but shut down afterwards.
To the second round of this second overtime. Flames. Hot hands, stinging hands as he takes the peek down through lower, but he isn't able to find anything. Instead, dropping this smoke, it's gone pretty deep, and Config's already ahead of it. That might give you a bit of a false sense of security down in this dark position.
Flames is rotated off. They're putting a lot of faith in the hands of Degster. Config's gonna challenge early, quietly.
Dropped mid and doesn't commit to B. Instead, he's clearing out A,
they can't fall back.
The bomb is, and if the bomb tries to come back now, it's gonna go right into it, but no! Why did he turn around, Jason? Make it make sense. Cadian's found him, and that was a huge opportunity. That was the chance for OG, and it's just sailed right past them.
Oh, and now Config has infiltrated the CT side. What a heartbreaking maneuver. He seemed so sure of what was happening for like 2 seconds, and then he had no idea. He completely forgot. Oh, the pressure.
Oh, and even a close, a flawless round. They hunt them all down. Good idea as to what's going on in middle, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see one of these B players look to move into Temple to help him out, because right now a lot of attention needs to go the way of middle. OG, they try to have Degster bail them out, but he was only good for the first. Fiku's making a play. He gets through their smoke and molly, and now it's smoke and mirrors. Hell over their eyes on this one. Shush boxed into a corner, and OG come in big. They find that opening. Fiku with the double. This could be the great undoing. They've only had 2 opportunities, but they only needed 1 to close this out. A 4v2 with the bomb down in B. This one's got an OG upset written all over it.
Put it in ink. Yabi's got no chance. So many targets, and he can't even get the first one. Degster, who else? Closing it out, and OG have caused the upset.
I just got to ask, how much Anubis practice have you guys had?
Oh, I think Anubis, it's a very good map for us. It was very funny to play against Cadian and boys. and right now I'm super happy that we stop our lose streak,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of my boys.
Definitely,
I'm proud of you, brother.
You guys put up one hell of a fight, but I got to say, right, when you're going up against Heroic with a stand-in, me and Pimp were just discussing it, that technically with you guys being a full team, you should be the favourites, but you're still this happy.
Of course, maybe we should be favorites, but I don't think that Config is like playing worse than Staven. And overall, he was playing very good game today. I should pay respect for him. He was hitting good headshots with his AK. So, yeah, maybe on purpose it should be easy for the team that's playing full, but I already shown not one time when you have stand-in and stand-in can play good.
Yeah.
You can win a lot of teams.
I gotta ask you, were you surprised that Heroic moved towards Anubis? I would have expected Vertigo perhaps to be in the map pool. Were you surprised that you were allowed to play
I will
Anubis?
tell you one story.
Oh, here we go.
I will call it like Vanga story.
Okay.
It's like prediction woman. When we was today going outside with my friend Viku, Maciek, we was talking about map pool. And it was in the morning, so I was a bit sleepy, and I'm saying, what do you think they will play? And he's saying, oh, I don't know, actually, maybe they will pick Vertigo against us. We pick maybe Inferno, but we don't know, we need to speak. And I'm saying, okay, bro, I think we should pick Anubis, or they will leave Anubis for third map. And when Vito ends, everyone just came to me, and I already told you guys.
Well, it worked out in your favour for sure. But you spoke about the losing streak, right? This obviously breaking that, coming into it. Does this fill you with some added confidence? And where was the team's confidence at before you came into this tournament?
It was very hard time for us because you know, it's like even for me, like I was playing the Mirage game and I was putting a lot of hours. I think right now I have like 150. In the end of the season, it's like. It's more than I obviously did in last tournaments, even before the major, where I played better than on last blast. So today when I was playing Mirage, I was feeling very bad for myself because I was missing some important shots. But guys, if you feel that you're playing bad, but you practice, just switch resolution. I did it after second map. And I'm proud of myself.
Well, if that works for you, why not? Stick with it, Degster.
That's terrible advice.
I don't like that advice even personally, but it worked out for Degster. Real quick, though, we got a TV question from Blast TV. Our viewers get to have a special one for you. And Degster, they said, what is the best Christmas present you've ever had?
I ever had? Let me think about it. Oh, I can tell you one story.
Okay.
I will try to say it short, but that's how I'm talking, obviously. The best present for me was when I get invited to Team Spirit and my Christmas, like Happy New Year. They buy me and they say that from the new season, from Espada, I will go and play in Spirit. And for example, in this Happy New Year, I was not going back to home. I live alone already like a lot of years. And I told my parents that I know that I will play on like better team right now. It's gonna be next level for me. And I was playing alone at home this night. It was my best present because it gives me a chance to prove myself on tier 1. And I think it was like the best thing that happens with me.